because here's the thing. He is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows, and you know it's long past the time where most people ever fight.
It looking like Joe Rogan might just be the reason that Jake Paul had to postpone his fight with Mike Tyson, and you ain't gonna believe what Jake Paul's gotta say about this.
I think he just called Mike Tyson a gimmick.
Mike Tyson's 58 years old, or will be at the time of the fight, yes.
So
as much as I
fight him?
respect Mike Tyson
Will you
and
fight
his...
him?
What did you just call me again?
I didn't call you anything.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
It's been 4 years in this sport, and I've done more to it than any boxer in the history of the sport. So in due time, sir, I will be fighting for a world championship, and I will be shutting you the fuck up and making you eat your own words, just like the rest of these fucking punks.
All right, so Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's fight has been a controversial topic since day one, but now with the fight drawn closer than ever, even Joe Rogan has decided to speak out about it. Now, according to Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson's age is going to be a significant factor in deciding who ends up winning. And given that Mike Tyson is going to be 58 at the time of the fight, things ain't looking all that great for him.
But I'm just concerned about, you know, Tyson's legacy. That's it.
Yeah, if Jake catches him with something, he is 57.
Yeah, you just don't know. I've never seen a 57-year-old fighter up in the ring, you know, against a strong guy, a strong bull like Jake Paul. So it's,
Is that good or bad for boxing if Jake finds a way to knock him out, get it on, beat him? Like,
I think it'll be. I think it'll be sad for Tyson. You know.
At the same time, Jake Paul's ascent to pro boxer has been nothing short of awe-inspiring, and his raw talent has forced pretty much everybody in the industry to acknowledge him, even if he's fighting a bunch of old geriatric dudes. When this kid first started fighting, ain't nobody take him seriously because of his YouTube background. But after his recent fight with Mike Perry and Tommy Fury, things may be starting to change. Just take a look at what Joe Rogan had to say about Jake's fighting style.
I think people are coming around. And the way I look at it, I say if this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight. Like, it's not, nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good. And if he was just an up-and-coming boxer that was this exciting, like highly promotable, like really good at selling fights, you'd be like, this kid's the future. He's really something special.
But Iron Mike, however, is still confident that he can not only beat, but actually destroy Jake Paul. So when this fight was first announced, ain't nobody thought a retired 58-year-old could win against a 27-year-old pro boxer. But after Tyson posted some clips of himself sparring online, even Joe Rogan had to agree that the beast was still in there.
But Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a if he's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good shape too.
Oh my God.
Mike trains every day.
He trains with Rafael Cordero, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. And Rafael is a world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts with Tyson, and Tyson smashing the mitts, like, Jesus, Mike, that guy can still you up.
He don't want to fight Mike.
In this world with hormone replacement and vitamins, and he does all this like electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff. Like when they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, like they were using state-of-the-art science. Like I don't give a think he's 55 years old. That guy will hurt you. If Jake Paul's on the other side of the ring and he sees Mike Tyson just bobbing and weaving, he's going to have a recognition. He's going to look over and go, oh my God, that's really Mike Tyson. Like, look at this.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Dude, I'm talking, it's still at 55. And at 55, the power is the last thing to go. But the thing is, the speed is still there. He's fucking terrifying.
It's day one. The fun just begun.
30 seconds.
As if Mike's speed and power going into this fight wasn't enough to scare Jake Paul, just take a look at what kind of mindset Mike Tyson is going into this fight with.
How? What are you eating? Raw meat. Seriously, Mike, you're eating raw meat? Are you swallowing it, or remember you used to spit that stuff out?
I'm gonna have to eat it now because my opponent's gonna be raw meat.
That's right.
I have to in the same.
Wow, it's like animal. It's like you're going to the animal. You're going right to the animal linguistics. You're like, I see it in your eyes. It's getting scary.
It's gonna be really beautiful.
I don't know if beautiful is the word. It's gonna get scary.
Everything, scariness is.
Yeah.
Depends on how much you're scared or how beautiful it may be.
Yeah. Well, I'm loving this. I think we need to, as soon as the fight's over, we need to go smoke a little bit.
Maybe so.
There's gonna be a lot of pent up aggression.
People that are close to me would agree.
I know that's right, and I know who you're talking about. We'll leave that alone. But it's good because, I know you're a gentle giant.
What I have in my brain and I can't get out is that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's also his mind. Like Mike Tyson's mind has switched over into war. Like he was doing this interview and someone said to him, he goes, you look like you're in your 20s. Like, what are you doing? He goes, I just eat raw meat. He's like, I'm eating raw meat. He goes, you're eating raw meat? He goes, yeah, I'm eating raw meat. He goes, because that's what I'm going to eat when I fight. I'm going to eat him. It's raw meat.
Yeah. See,
I was like, Jesus Christ. He's in this mode. He's in that God of War mode, and that he's still got that in him. And I'm telling you, if you keep giving that guy hormones and you keep giving that guy supplements and he's constantly training, hear this. Look at this.
What do you eat?
Raw meat. Seriously, Mike, you're eating raw meat? Are you swallowing it, or remember you used to spit that stuff out?
I'm gonna have to eat it now because my opponent's gonna be raw meat.
That's right. You look like 20 years old.
Now, I saw the beginning of this interview where he had a shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And he was sweating so much he had to take the.
He took his shirt off, and they just put the microphone on his shoulder. Yeah, bro, he's in savage mode right now. He's in savage mode. If I was Jake Paul right now, I would be my pants.
Oh, bro, if I'm fighting this guy and I see he's eating raw meat, I call the fucking thing off.
It's all the experiences that he has had as a conqueror. You have to take those into consideration. When a man has smashed men before, just smashed men, like when no one can stand in front of him, that is in his mind still. That's in there. There's a dark chamber in his mind.
Tyson is in the best shape he's been in years, and Jake Paul's really got to do whatever it takes to beat this guy. Now, this fight is potentially the next fight of the century. In a recent episode of the Happy Punch podcast, Joe Rogan said that this was the biggest fight since Manny versus Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao was big, but culturally, you versus Jake Paul, like this young YouTuber takes on one of the greatest heavyweight champions that's ever lived.
I love that. Sounds good. Hey,
Oh
everybody,
my
listen.
God.
Continue,
Are you
please.
listeing to this? If he's willing to do it, you know how crazy it is if he's
Listen,
willing
I
to
saw
do it?
Jake Paul. I was in St. Bart's. And I don't know who I was on somebody's boat, and he was there.
What he said to you? Did he say something to you?
It's all love. Just
All
love.
love?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a lovely guy.
All right, put a picture of me.
His
and him
brother's
at St.
great
Bart.
too. Logan's a
Can you
really
do
nice
that,
guy.
please?
But my point is, that fight would be gigantic.
Oh,
Because
man.
first of all, everybody would want to see what.
Let's do it, Jakey.
Jake Paul knows just how important this fight is and what it might mean for his career as a boxer. Underestimating Mike Tyson is a mistake that he don't want to make, and right now Jake is mentally ready to give this fight his all.
The build-up to Mike Tyson has been pretty cordial so far, but, what's the prediction?
At the end of the day, when the bell rings and we're in a real pro fight in front of 80,000 people, if you think for 1 second that Mike Tyson's not trying to rip my head off, you're crazy. And you don't play boxing. I'm not in there to mess around, and that's what he wanted. And so if that's what the legend wants, and he wants to end me in a vicious way, then I'm going in there with that same mindset.
Other pro boxers and MMA champions also spoke out about the upcoming fight and what they thought could happen.
Andy, what do you think of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? That fight just got announced. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
They're gonna fight, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna fight. Do you think Jake Paul can beat Mike Tyson?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Bit strange. Well, I suppose that's my opinion on the whole thing. I thought when it was announced, if I was honest, I thought it was quite fun, a bit of a spectacle. However, Mike Tyson is 57 years of age. We've now found out they're not going to have any head guards. Now, we can see Mike Tyson look like a beast on pads, that's one thing, right? But I suppose, is it not a little bit alarming? We know that punch resistance won't be what it is. We're now hearing it may be a professional sanctioned bout. I mean, we know that Tommy was hoping for a fight with Jake Paul. What do you make of it all?
You know, I think it's fantastic for boxing. You know, you've got a legend in Mike Tyson. You've got a YouTube boxer who's come into the game and blew it up, and he's got millions of followers and millions of views and millions of eyes, good, bad or indifferent. Some people love him, some people hate him. So I think it's a really good spectacle for boxing. It brings a lot of people to the game. And listen, who am I to say, oh, Mike Tyson shouldn't be boxing or Jake Paul shouldn't be boxing? Good luck to them. They're both going to make what I call a shit ton of money out of it. So isn't that what it's about?
80,000 fans. I mean, what a spectacle it'll be.
Yeah, I've been to that stadium when Billy Joe fought Canelo. It's a great stadium. It'd be fantastic for the guys.
I like Jake. That's it.
You think he's doing a good job?
Yes.
What do you think about the Tyson fight that he just announced?
That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Try to fight Tyson. If he knocks you out, but at least you fought Tyson. That's cool.
At this point, I think Tyson's 58, right?
Well, that's not okay. You know, he's like 60 years old. But
how much of his power do you think he lost? Do you think it's still Mike Tyson?
I think like that's the last thing to go.
Well, that's also outstanding as this fight in Riyadh. Mike Tyson at his age is facing a YouTuber that is much younger and hungry and capable of boxing as well. So it's going to be a good example for people that are at Mike's age.
Yeah.
It's also actually a good example for me to keep on punching, so to speak, and hopefully. And I look forward to that match as well. You can only be too old in your mind.
Yeah.
If you control your mind, you control everything in your life.
Upcoming fight: Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Who you got?
Man, Mike got that one-hitter quitter power forever till he passes away. And so at the end of the day, I don't think that Jake Paul's ever been hit with anything with that type of power. And so I think that Mike still got it. So we'll always have that power. It's the last thing to go. Yeah, for us fighters, the power is is the last thing to go. And at the end of the day, I think that Mike is still, relevant when it comes to, him putting it on the show and being able to knock a dude out doesn't, never been really hurt. But Mike Tyson, he has power that he's never ever in his life ever felt.
Did you ever see that where they fought in like a triangle?
Who'd he fight?
He actually fought a legit boxer. Name escapes me, but like a guy with like 30 fights and beat him.
Yeah, dude, I'm a fan of both. So I'm more excited about this than the Tyson fight. I didn't want that to happen. The guy's 60 years old. I didn't want that to happen. And I hope it doesn't.
You're hoping it gets canceled.
Yeah, I don't want to see Tyson go out there and get hurt, man.
Right.
60 years old. He's fighting a young guy who's athletic and has the money to put the best people around him and build a camp and he's dangerous.
Right. So you like Jake?
I don't have anything against him.
Yeah.
Nate, what did he give you there? A dog tag? What is that?
That's for soldiers, baby. You already know what's up.
Soldiers, nice. From Charles Rosa, UFC veteran. Hey. Real quick, everyone wants to know your take, man. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, who you got?
I don't give a... No, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson all day? You're the man.
Interestingly, Mike brought up Nick Diaz during his pre-fight press conference, too.
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off over there. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas. He's not going to win. Look at, he can't even knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is 40 pounds. How you going to knock me out? What's the other guy? Anderson Silva. He didn't knock those little guys. How you gonna knock me out? Who did he knock out? Who did he knock out? Little children. He didn't knock out, never knocked out a real man. Come on. I can't even get mad at this guy because everybody know this guy's talking out of his ass. And stealing money. I'm up here just stealing money fighting him. Well, just come to the fight and you'll see. Listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
But one of the most interesting analysis of this upcoming fight came from Evander Holyfield, who warned Jake that if he wasn't careful, Mike wouldn't waste a second knocking him out.
See that fight stylistically? How do you see like Mike at this age? By the time he fights Jake, I think he'll be 58 if I'm correct. Jake's like 26. How do you think that fight is going to turn out?
Well, I tell you what could happen.
Yeah.
Because it's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but he gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike, he gonna get caught.
So yeah, why is that? Because people would think stay away from Mike, don't get hit, don't give him a chance to land at something on you.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you get him in the room, you're gonna be messed up.
Fans also had a lot to say about the fight. One fan said, Jake Paul thinks he could take down Mike Tyson. Now Jake's Tyson dreaming. Mike would KO him in 3 rounds or less. Even though Mike is 56, he's still an absolute powerhouse. Stamina, speed, agility, and raw power, and cunning. Now videos of him training was also real. Another fan said, we really gonna let Jake Paul fight a 60-year-old? Mike Tyson is gonna get hurt. Some fans, however, who still believe in Mike Tyson had this to say. The reason they keep delaying the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is because Jake is struggling desperately to get stronger and faster than Tyson. He can sense the bloodlust coming from Mike from miles and it terrifies him. I love that Tyson is trying to be better, but please, Mike. Man, so what y'all think about this? Y'all think that YouTuber turned boxer stand a chance, or is Tyson gonna knock that kid back into the Ice Age? Make sure you let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.